Hey, good morning, Mr. Haas. Good morning, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith. I guess it sounds cool to say it like that anyway, doesn't it? Good morning. I just running a little late this morning. Just got off the horn with somebody. Not sure if they're going to jump on the live stream or not, but so I don't know if it's public information or not. But so keep it under wraps. But Mr. Paul Riddle, the drummer from Marshall Tucker Band, they just did some tracking in the studio with Vince Gill, and we were talking about Derek trucks last night in my live stream, and so with the slide guitar work that we were doing on Freebird, so it's kind of an exciting thing. We're going to do some listening to the raw studio tracks this weekend. Hey, come on, boys. We'll do some listening to the raw studio tracks this morning, not mixed, not mastered, just raw stuff. I guess the first date they have coming up is in Telluride in June, so pretty interesting. It's Toy Caldwell. It's like the tribute to the Marshall Tucker Band album. They're just not covering the song. They're not like doing note for note recreations of the songs. They're actually like covering the songs. So they've got some really cool new players. They've got Vince Gill playing. They've got Derek Trucks playing. But Mr. Riddle's it's a project they're putting together, celebrating the life of Toy Caldwell and Marshall Tucker, the band. So kind of a cool thing to listen to. Hopefully you get a chance to listen to those raw studio tracks this weekend together with with a friend. So that'll be kind of fun. I'll keep you posted on that. But certainly Telluride is one of the world's greatest, one of the world's great venues. Very strong venue to kick off a project like that. Here we go. And we are with A440 once again this morning, and I wanted to welcome you back graciously to the morning ritual for guitar growth, which I really don't want to turn it into a show, to speak of. I want to really focus my energy on trying to get the thing done. Here's A440, and then here's A440 over here. So I'll just get the thing ringing on the guitar, place this thing on the ball on the top of the guitar. That usually activates enough of the surface to get the tone we need. How was your day yesterday? Did you guys get anything? Oh, just found Ted Green chord chemistry. Yes, man, you're finally here. Yeah, right. Now I know you're a full-on commitment. Most of us will get to page 11 and then just put the book. We'll get completely freaked out, have a complete mental breakdown, and be like, what am I doing playing guitar? I'm never going to amount to anything. And then we put page 11 away. It's like, I'll get back to it maybe when I grow up one day. And then a lifetime goes by and it sits on the reference shelf, and then we never come back to it. And I always thought, I forget if it was Tom or Gary that we worked through it in the university, but I remember one of those some bitches just getting me started, introduced to it, and I suffered through it because I was young and really kind of had the motivation just to do the thing. But it's really good. It's like Dante's Inferno, or just have that companion. To have that companion to walk through that whole process. So I appreciate you being here. So Kevin, good morning. Robbie, good morning. M. Flea just found the chord chemistry series. So super excited about that. That just gave me a charge like you wouldn't believe. I caught the end of it. Yeah, all right, Kevin. So we were talking about slide a little bit. I'm going to refresh that in just a moment. Mark, good morning. Good morning, crew. Good morning, Mr. McQuina, Mr. Werner, Raul. You know how we talked about Keb Mo the other day? Well, we have Keb Mo coming to some local venues in a couple weeks now, so. Yeah, absolutely. Great players. That sounds awesome. Play Summer of 69. Wow. Pratik Bahat. Thank you. Dhanibad. Dari Dhanibad. Or Shukriya. Morning, everyone. Hey, Mr. Tortorello is on the horn this morning. Izzy Reels Fishing. Yeah. Oh, man. Getting ready for an ice out fishing trip here up in the middle of the North Main woods. Pretty exciting. We'll be out of touch for the most part, I think, except for the morning ritual for guitar growth. Good morning, everybody. Absorbed some of this information that Jason's giving us. Oh, good. Can you play Country Roads, sir? And good morning. Hey, Tina, good morning. Thank you for asking. I have a record. Wait a minute. Is this are you the Appalachian Trail hiker? You're not the AT hiker, are you? I can't see your icon, but are you the Appalachian Trail hiker? I thought maybe you would come on this and come visit us here. This summer while we were through hiking, section hiking the Appalachian Trail. I met this wonderful woman. Her name is, Country Roads. And I thought, so I ended up doing a video of Country Roads, like a complete breakdown, or break the song down completely piece by piece, so that it's playable at any level. And if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advancing guitar player in that session, there's something for you, I think. And so you could go, Tina, and check my channel. I want to encourage you to stick around here, though, for this morning, but check my channel and take a look for Country Roads. I think I just put something up there. You could search the channel and go check that video. You might enjoy it, and I certainly would appreciate any feedback you're willing to give us. Okay, certainly appreciate any feedback you're willing to give us. Now, if you're here, you're just tuning in, we're getting ready. We're all tuned up. We're getting ready for the morning ritual for guitar growth. This happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this will continue through the entire year of 2025. It will. And today we're very excited because we have M. Flea just found up my chord chemistry series right here on my Ted Green chord chemistry series. I want to encourage you to go check it out too. If you want to go right off the deep end into the chord, the pool, the endless depths of the pool of chords, and come out the other side with me. We're going to do it together. So we're doing it together. And so we'll start with fingers 3 and 4, and we'll move it from 11 and 12. And then what we're going to do is go all the way back down to the position number 1 and back up. And that will be the beginning of our mechanical exercise. So 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. So I just got a call. I'm a little bit late this morning. Well, not late. I was on time, but I ran right up to the pushing the start button for this feed. And we're going to do some listening this weekend to Mr. Paul T. Riddle is engaged in a project, the drummer from Paul Marshall Tucker Band. They're doing a sort of a tribute to the late great Toy Caldwell, and playing a bunch of doing a bunch of numbers from the old Marshall Tucker effort. And they just finished some raw studio tracks with Vince Gill and Derek Trucks. So I've got the files coming here, the raw files coming here this weekend to the studio, and we're gonna hopefully do some listening to the new album that's forthcoming. And they're planning to do a kickoff. And imagine this: fingers 2 and 3, 11 and 12, 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do. Imagine playing at Telluride, one of the world's strongest venue, certainly a strong venue on our planet. And they're kicking off that Marshall Tucker Band project where they're just covering the songs, not verbatim, note by note, but just reimagining, just like, hey, let's play the songs through and see what happens. We all know the songs. We've all loved the songs. They all built us, basically. And so they pushed record, and they're all basically, from what I understand, that most of the tracks are all first takes, just one playthrough and it's done. No overdubs, nothing like that. So we have raw files coming here this weekend, and do a little listening just to see what's going on. Summer of '69 is one of my absolute favorites. Are you that teacher sergeant from Starship Troopers movie? Hey, that's pretty funny. I love that. Man, I love that movie. I love those films. I haven't seen that in like ages. For some, I can seem like a sergeant for sure, for certain. For some, I seem like a bull in a china closet. For some, I'm a delicate flower. For some, I'm a guitar teacher. For some, I'm a guitar player. For some, I'm a father. For some, I guess it depends on who you ask. Can you sing Operator by Jim Croce? My ex-girlfriend is here. Hey, Adler. Operator, can you help me answer this call? Da-da-da. Oop, I skipped just bear with me for a minute. I'm just working through the morning ritual. I've just got to this is something I do every morning, and I broadcast it in case people like yourselves want to show up with a guitar. 1 E and a fingers to and 1 and 2 and 9, 11 and 12. 1 E and a 2 E and a you know what to do E and here we go. Just a simple breathing process. It's funny, I got that phone call this morning because last night's live stream, remember we were talking about Freebird? We've had all these hecklers coming on the live chat in the morning and saying, hey, play Freebird. And I'm like, dude, I love the song. I love Freebird. And I love to play it, but right now I'm engaged in a live stream where some of us are here with guitars and some of us are here to just get the morning ritual done so that we can move on with being a guitar player for the remainder of the day, all warmed up and ready to fire. So I've decided that for most of what's going on here, full disclaimer is this is not really I love to receive the requests. So we do membership only live streams where we can break the songs down if you have requests. Or if you make the requests here in the live chat, occasionally they'll become part of the lesson, the guitar tutorial catalog right here, Jason Carey Guitar. So you, by making those requests, are actually informing a path forward for all of us, right? We'll all sort of, looking for the same thing, but in a different way, I think. So it's all good and definitely welcome. So if I don't get to this request right away, it doesn't mean that I'm not hearing you or not seeing you, but it means that I'm just trying to focus on getting this job done. So why don't you come bring your guitar and play along with us, and then we can all become better guitar players together. So consider that an open invitation. It's free every weekday morning this year. So 1 E and a 2 E fingers, 3 and 4, 10 and 12. Grand Rising, fam. Yeah, good morning. Only 8 likes. Think we can do better, guys? Well, we can do better. We're not really here for the likes, but in the case that you are into like smashing that like button, now would be a good time to do it. Let's help Bernard. Let's be happy with this. All right. Good morning. Oh, Mr. Husband's with us this morning. Good morning, Dan. I double tap for Jason. You look like the actor Michael Ironside. I love that. Gone Fall. Cool handle, cool name. Howdy, Dan. Thumbs up. You even sound like him. I'll have to take a look, take a review. Arnaldo Alvarez. Fingers 2 and 3. This is the toughest one for me. I'm not sure if it's the toughest one for you, but if it is, let me know by smashing that like button. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3. Fingers 2 and 3. Frets 10 and 12. So we're getting our finger stretching in. 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a bow E and a. I've been playing guitar for 14 years probably, and still don't know a lot of cover, especially Freebird. I'm just a shredder, that's it, not a musician. Oh, Gone Fall, shredder. You're more musician than you admit. You're humble too. That's a very cool attribute to possess. Humble is good. This one right here is really getting the better of me this morning. This one really is doing it. All right. No rules to guitar, it's art. Well, that's the thing, that's one of the things that appeals to me about the guitar, is the license we can take. Randy, good morning. Glad to see you here early. Thanks for making it this early. I know it's a weird time, especially if you're not in Eastern. So thank you for that. Really, that one really just gets my hands, my forearm just all locked right up. So we're gonna focus on breath a little bit more. All right. So fingers 1 and 2, same thing, 10 and 12. 1 E and a 2. A 1 Z and a 2 Z and I'm putting on my shoesy. Let's go ahead and get the feet dressed for the day. Finger yoga, that's right. Not here for the likes, but definitely worth showing the gratitude with a simple thumbs up. What are you giving away? What you are giving away is more than exercises, it's a community. Oh, well, that's my personality type, like an ITMJ or something like that. I forget what the thing is, but helper builder, but it's there are probably a few different traits in there, but one of the things that we like to do is, like in previous lives, like bring back downtowns, work with multiple systemic agency bodies, and you just have municipalities, state government, and university systems to bring back life into downtown systems. But primarily interested in becoming a really sort of like a good. I don't necessarily need to carry a license, or I don't need to become a card-carrying member, but maybe it would be kind of a cool thing to become a card-carrying member of the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. Let's think about that. So, what are we doing? Fingers 2 and 4. Let's do the old stretch. Let's give the 4th finger a little bit more attention this morning. I know my 4th finger could always use it, especially for the work we have coming up. So fingers 9 and 12. If you're just tuning in, let's go ahead and count it off. 60 beats per minute, 4 attacks per beat, and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, to 1 E and a 2 E and, or 1, 2, T4, 1, 2, T4. Ready? And here we go. Just slow, controlled, picking hand movement. The sequence here is super easy, super controlled, super good breath. And what I've found is through repetition, we can't access, or I can't, and I haven't yet met another who can access idiosyncratic patterns and feel. Feel is huge, and I think that's the most, possibly one of the most important pieces of why we do what we do, at least for warm up and practice. You know, mindful practice is to turn these notes into a thoughtful and meaningful communication that our audience can absorb. And then, you know, I'm trying to imagine, who might my audience be? Well, that's an interesting question for another time. One, sing fingers 1 and 3, same thing, 9 and 12. 1 E and a 2, T E and a Bo E and a. So it's a community, and then the community is the one. Each member in the community brings individualism. Each member in the community brings a specific goal set based on previous life experience. And what we're doing is just working through all of the fundamental things, many of the fundamental things that guitar practitioners like best in class, like world best in class, like world class guitarists might have done and are doing and are going to do into the future. We're trying to composite all of those things into our morning ritual. So the morning ritual is moving toward, what we're moving toward is in the coming months is we're moving toward diatonic practice. So we're getting the fingers ready for this. We're not going to stop doing the chromatic style exercises. We're going to continue doing this, but we're going to add some other things where we work on skills to tonicize. Tonicization is going to become super important for us. Does anyone have a Harvard Dictionary of Music handy? We can print a readout of the definition of tonicization. So fingers 2 and 3 and 4 for the group here in the live chat. So 1 E and a 2 E and a T E and a Fo. Am I moving too quickly this morning? Thanks, brother. I love doing this exercise because playing it super fast sounds so cool. It does, doesn't it? Yeah. There's the shoezy. Need that on a JC t-shirt. Oh yeah, that's a cool idea right there. That's the one right there. Ravi, very cool. You know what? How many people say you're Bonamassa? Mr. Bonamassa is like very similar to my person, is a polarizing personality in the music industry. Certainly polarizing. Not necessarily divisive, but polarizing for certain. So fingers 1 and 2 and 3. Here we go, 10, 11, and 12. So 1, 2, T, 4, put, no. 1 E and a 2 Z and a putting on my shoesies. Greek, yeah, it is humor. I'm glad that you can perceive that humor. Some of us aren't, It's exciting to anticipate the growth of our community as a whole after a year of this. So the thing about it is, we're not in a hurry, right? So we're not in a hurry, and if we peter out at the end of the year, you know how New Year's resolutions work, right? So usually by the end of January, we start forgetting about our resolutions that we made to be a better this or that, or finish this that we didn't finish the year before. My expectations are, not to set up failure, so I want to be completely transparent about this. If we get to the end of the year and there are only 6 people hanging out, that will be a huge success for me, because they're the 6 people who were intended to be here, and those 6 people are there for a reason. And I may not be totally aware of that reason, but I firmly believe that everything does happen for a reason. And I'm one of those people, and I firmly believe that all of our meetings are not by chance. So there's some really good stuff coming. It's just what I choose to believe. I'm not a doomsdayer, so. All right, wow, we're already up to fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're at 26 minutes in. Let's get the 4 fingers done, and then we'll stretch. I know we say stretch every 15, but I talked a little bit at the beginning, so I front-loaded this a little bit with some, some conversation that was kind of not obligatory, so apologies. So 1E, actually, you know what? I'm going to retract the apology, because, if you wanted to go elsewhere and didn't want to listen to it, you could do that, right? So here we go. Just chill, taking it easy. We're not in a rush. 1E and a 2Z and a putting 9, 10, 11, and 12 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I do get excited for growth, right? You think about what can happen exponentially when you get a group of like-minded people together to basically affect quality change over time. And it's a very strong thing to be able to harness, to assemble. So I read just a little secret here, that I revitalized a caucus that hadn't been active for 30 years. Yeah, it took me 3 years to do it. Yeah, so it can be done. Sometimes it can be painful, but if you stick to it, you can accomplish. Patience and perseverance will accomplish all things anyway, when in alignment with God, of course. And then, I don't want to get in too much into debating the God. Is whatever you believe your higher power is, you know what I mean? So I don't want to, open that conversation. But I do want to observe that it's important for me to observe, who's really at the steering wheel. So what is up with people calling me Joe Bonamassa? I don't totally get it. Do I really look like him? I should put on a nice, like a seersucker suit or a high sheen suit, and then start doing these streams. Maybe I'll try that tomorrow. See what a suit and tie does for this live stream. That would require me, should I do the suit and tie with a hat, or lose the hat? So let's do the fingers 1, 2, 3, and stretch 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, stretch 4 up to fret 13. If you're just tuning in, you have finally come to the end of your doom scroll and found a place where you belong. Yes, you have. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth that happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Will continue to happen for the remainder of 2025. It's free, and we are here to study breath, tuning, get ourselves ready for our mechanical ritual work, our mechanical guitar practice work, and then move on to some other, break some new ground the last 15 minutes of the session, 15, 20 minutes Today we might be talking about summertime, so stick around. Has to do with triads and melody and chord playing and strumming and all of that stuff, and improvisation and nursery rhymes. So we're going to kind of formulate a composite synthesis of all of that stuff that we've been working on all week in a little bit longer form song. So without further ado, let's go back to this. So 1, 2, 3, stretch 4, 9, 10, and 11, and 13. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. E and I think audience is anyone whose ear is drawn by what you are playing or saying. And the better part you are at, and the better you are at it, the more it naturally gets attention. Yeah, that's the way I've always grown everything that we do. You know what I mean? It's word of mouth. And like I said, I've grown programs multiple times over, program after program after program, and then to the point where I have my a statue of my person in front of a university here in you know, whatever state I'm in. I think some of you know what state I'm in, but yeah, it's pretty you know, stick-to-itiveness goes a long way in this world. I think just showing up used to be cool, but it's not cool anymore. You've got to actually show up early and leave late. You know, work harder, think smarter. It's competitive. I mean, in my mind, it's always been competitive to support the team, to be there supporting and building yourself. You can't help anybody if you don't help yourself first. So the charity starts at home. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this morning ritual. And that's, you know, maybe that's consistent with what you're doing as well. And if you could help me get those likes up over 20 this morning, that would be cool. I'd like to see it around 40 if we can. Randy Hall, I would like lessons on intervals around the 6th string roots, the 5th string roots, through the roots on all 4 strings that would cover chord theory in depth. I would like lessons on intervals around 6th string roots. Okay, all right. And 5th string roots through the roots on all strings that would cover chord theory in depth. Oh, okay. Have you checked out I'm working through Ted Green's chord chemistry on this channel. Have you seen that series yet? Ted Green, chord chemistry. You could search that on my channel. It's a huge playlist and it's ongoing. We're literally walking page by page, word by word, chord by chord through the entire book. Some argue it. Skunk Baxter, you know, wonderful musician and aerospace, you know, called it like one of the best guitar books ever written. So we're going through that like verbatim and playing every single chord. So if you have it, all right, yep, good. And so let me just kind of think about this question a little bit more, along with the spelling of chords. Got it. I know a lot, but worth the effort. I know that it's a lot, but worth the effort. Okay, let me think about that. Let's start with 9th position and kick that 1st finger back, and we'll use 1st finger stretch. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. Email me the design and I will happily make it into a shirt. Good morning, Marlon Grubbs. Good morning. Your odds are better. It will be 600 people here, I bet. Oh yeah, I think we can do it. So if you help to share the stream, I think that's, if you know guitar players or friends or family who could benefit from something like this, bandmates, drummers, will show up with their pads and then sticks. But it's I think that I'm less concerned about the quantity of the community than I am about the quality of the community. And as you can see, there are encouragers like you. We don't have a whole lot of obstructionists hanging around in the live chat, which is to me like sort of miraculous. But there's forward motion to be had. And there's definitely a world stage for everyone. We all have our own Everests to climb, but I think the quality of the audience is really super important. As the live chat demonstrates here, there's a culture, a deep culture of respect, at least upon, first glance. Okay, let's take a look. Let's set some goals. Can we get, is that a reasonable goal? Should we have like 400 people, 600 people here? What is the value of that? We can talk about Dunbar's number. Bernard, I like you better than Joe, honestly. Wow. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a stretch. Now's a good spot. We're well over the stretch marker. So we've got a straight elbow here, and we've got a very nice stretch going here. 15 clicks. If you're just tuning in, I wanted to personally take a minute to welcome you to the morning ritual for guitar growth. And this is specifically designed to help me personally meet my goals over the span of 2025. Every weekday morning, my plan was to be here at 7 o'clock a.m., but I made a few concessions here and there as we tried to get this thing going for January, first week in January. And we decided to place it at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard for whatever reason. And anyway, long story short, every weekday morning through 2025. And this is just designed to build me up as I'm hoping to, become a better person, because music is about improving the self, I think. I'll keep it simple and short. 15 clicks, and then the other arm, same thing. And just getting with the guitar, playing through the things that I need to play through in order to feel connected to the phrasing that I want to complete in real time in a performance situation. And these are the skills and the tools that I know I need to have in place so that I can, basically be at the level that I'm interested in performing at. Do I want to sound like Petrucci? Do I want to play better than him or worse than him, or Matteo Mancuso, or any other Mark Knopfler or Joe Bonamassa? I don't think it's about. Craig Brand and I had this conversation while we were in university together, and it was like I determined that it wasn't about being better than or worse than. The value system turned into it's just different, right? So if you embrace your own skill set and your own goals, and you learn to trust in your own direction, and you practice self-reliance a little bit, you can literally go anywhere you want to go, do anything you want to do. And this isn't any new stuff. This is, everybody on the internet now is saying it because it's like cool to do. So I just figured I'd jump on the bandwagon and say cool things, you know what I mean? Just try to remain relevant by saying cool, relatable things. But I guess it's not that. I guess I do believe what I'm saying. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't say it. I certainly wouldn't do it. But there's value here. Here comes the old diagonal pattern exercise. Oh, we haven't done these for a while either. So we'll leave time to do the minor pentatonic, the minor 7 stuff too. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal. And then we get to the top of that pattern, we'll reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, reverse, descend. drop a position, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then invert that, 4, 3, 2, 1, descend. So ascend, 1, 2, 3, 4, descend, 1, 2, 3, 4, descend, 4, 3, 2, 1, ascend, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we could do it in groups of 5 if you want. That's pretty cool. But we'll just stick to duple meters, right? So 4 attacks per beat. Ready? 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do, E and a. This would distill chord chemistry. Oh yes. All right. So I have another series, Randy. I'm not sure if you found breaking down. I have another series that breaks down chord chemistry. So what I'm doing in chord chemistry is supported by this secondary series, which goes a little deeper and then sort of aligns all of the chords and links each chord together with the scalar approach. So I think if you haven't seen that I forget what the name of the playlist is, but 4 middle strings, we'll start here, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 2 E and a go, 3 E and a go E and I think if you find it, I think you'll like it. I'm just starting to build out that playlist at the moment, so it's pretty helpful and digestible, you're right. Explain the circle of fifths. Oh wow, that's a really great discussion to have. Breaking your day into 3 6-hours. So the circle of fifths. I wanted to part of where I'm going here is going to be 4 bottom strings now. 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. Part of where I'm going to go, where I'm taking us, is using the cycle of fourths, which is the cycle of fifths, but going counterclockwise around it. And that will help us to practice our diatonic approaches to scalar studies as we continue to grow in the coming weeks and months. So this will be a full-blown practice, like a full-blown finger warm-up that will take. What I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to be not just do it all at once. I'm trying to just front load this with fundamentals, and then people who stick around are as we stick around and we grow together, then we can absorb the next things, right? So something like cycle 4 major scales, playing all of the major scales as part of our warm-up. And then that kind of thing is coming, right? So what I like to do is use that minor pentatonic shape, that pretty much minor 7 shape, and then what we'll do is we'll use finger 1, finger 4, and then 3, and then 1, 3, and then that's the octave. But we're going over the octave, and then we're using finger 2 on the flat 3, finger 1 on the fret, on the 5 on the fret 1, and then finger 4, flat 7. So root, flat 3, 5, flat 7, 1, flat 3, 5, flat 7. And it's down, up, 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 down. And what we're doing is when we ascend, the top of that pattern will ascend and descend the position, and then descend that pattern. Then we'll ascend the position, ascend the pattern, ascend the position, descend the pattern. All right, 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do. Yeah, my delicate sensibilities. Now we're working through major scale and then major 7, and then we'll work through minor 7 flat 5. And all of those things are coming, right? But we just are building. We're still in the building stages. Strong basis upon which we can build our eternal argument, right? Sound better than yourself. I love these quotes. Some of these quotes are just really awesome quotes too. Sound better than yourself. And, you know, I think a cool t-shirt would be Morning Ritual for Guitar. I'm here for Jason's feelings. I'm here, the tagline, I'm here to support Jason's feelings. Something to that effect would be funny. The metronome is in the way. Hold on. Let me move the metronome over here. Is that better? All right. So definitely mark a lot of 20. We had one last week for 20 minutes. It would be really boring to troll this room, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would be. I mean, it's dude, I have friends who are like in you know, they do that for it's their business, and you know, we're pretty much not impacted by the troll. There's not really anything a troll is going to do. I would go so far as to say, you know, just try and troll this page. Do you know what I mean? It's just not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. So that being said, let's take a look at summertime. And we're taking a look at summertime. We have some friends here who are working on triads and chords. And then this is a good song to sort of cover, to play together. So it works like this. Rock on. Lunchtime in the UK, so this timing works great for me when working from home. Oh, listen to this. I don't have any more lime marmalade here. I'd really love some lime marmalade, man. My gran in my host family used to make me lime marmalade toast every morning. And one of the things I really missed from being a poor student over there was the chip boy. All right, so summertime is A minor. And it's all minor pentatonic, right? And it's right there for us to find. Right, so there's that summertime. Baxter, and Baxter's barking. Yeah. Da, 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 da. And it's a really cool anticipation of the D minor chord that leads us to turn around on the E7 sharp 9 or flat 9 or whichever, you know, augmented flat 5 or sharp flat 13, whatever you want. Dot is red, A minor, and then da 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 da. Just really simple chords. So I would just kind of keep it as modal as I can. Let's start with, you know, trying to find the melody. And then maybe just kind of goof off and play some jazz. And Laszlo Gordoni would say, you know, just all the notes in between the melody were jazz, right? So whatever that means. But I think outlining the melody is super important. And it's a really fun song to play over because it's another one of those that maybe we've heard enough times to have internalized. Then we're moving to D minor 7, D minor 6, and then up to E, maybe E7 with a D in the bass, and then maybe if we do the walk down, we run into some really cool places. We run into some chord chemistry or some Ted Green places here. And now we get to talk a little bit about harmonic minor. There was the flat 6, and then that should have been with the A in the bass. And then we get to go up here, do the tritone substitution to the 1 again. So there's some really fun stuff happening there, and maybe what we do is break down Summertime in just a full breakdown, curated session. I think I'm going to cover that song so that we can really have a full appreciation, or I can have a full appreciation for the song. So I can use, you know, characteristic triads. this is a great song for us to put a lot of those pieces together, because it really just kind of like works on minor pentatonic. And I know this is not for everybody, but that minor pentatonic thing is really important, because we can easily just take pieces of it and we can just kind of go in and outside of that minor pentatonic to grab some outside sounds, right? So if we start with so we could start just working on what happens if we just simply plane those, just playing it without even thinking about it. That shape is so powerful, and it's so ingrained in our musical ears as Western musicians that it's like stacking fourths. I can just stack fourths, and your ears go wherever it leads, because the intervals are so strong. If I start doing that with, like, you know, other intervallic structures, it can be done, but it's not really as powerful as those octaves or planing fourths, right? So we've got a lot to talk about here. Play One Last Breath. Hey, thanks for this. Thank you very much for the request. I'm an old fart and picked the guitar less than 3 months ago. I practice every day. This is what I need. Sky Animates. Well, thank you. If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. And this happens every weekday morning, just so we're knowing, every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And what we're doing is we're working on building our breath skills, our tuning skills. So you can bring your guitar, practice along with about 45-50 minutes worth of chromatic style exercises. And then what we do is maybe at the last 10 or 15 minutes, we start introducing or practically applying the concepts which we've been talking about. And now I'm at this point where we're kind of finished with the session. I've got to keep us all on time, because this is a free session every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. But your time isn't free. Your seat time is valuable, and I don't want to continue. I don't want to encourage the squandering of your own time, because your time is irreplaceable. It's valuable, it's irreplaceable. And I would encourage you to just stay doing the things that you want to do in your lifetime. And if we cross paths here on this morning live stream, this Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth, I certainly appreciate your companionship, and I certainly appreciate you being here with us. So no problems at all. So now let's take a quick look to be sure that I'm not skipping over any. I just need to glance before. I like to try to keep up and maintain the live chat personally at this point, because it's just still within the reach of maintaining. I'm going to work through that. If you want to stick around and be here to chat, that's fine. And if you are taking off, I know Kevin's getting ready to jump. So before Kevin jumps, and we're getting ready to stay on time, we're done at 8:30 right now. But I want to say good morning and thank you, Kevin, for being our timekeeper and keeping us punctual as usual. And say hi to Pop for us today, please, and enjoy your day. Or don't enjoy your day. Whatever it is you choose to do it. And I hope you find a way to smile today. All right. One person matters, and it's you. Charity starts at home, brother. That's right, Randy. We don't really have respect. We're just being mindful of your okay, I've got back too far. sound better than yourself. I love those things. So rock alls. Timing wasn't by accident. Divine plan. I agreed. Divine plan is at work for sure. And Jet Li's hero during the epic tools, they hire a lute player to play while they fight. The lute player does a wiggle and dog shake with his hand. I think both of them is great after stretching action. Right on. Bows respectably. William Freeman. Thanks for being here, William. Thank you. All right. Something that's common and going in warm-ups and martial. Oh yeah, very good, very good. Martial arts. I've always wanted to be a kung fu master. So I'm an old fart. I'm glad you're here with us. Sky Animates. Duels, not tools. All right. Congratulations. All right. Top of the morning to you. Jason, good work with your live stream. Thank you very kindly. Thank you very much, Wayne. I know there's not a whole lot of production value here, but I think it's just easy to get to, and I wanted to keep it low barrier for access for myself, and hopefully it continues to work for some of us, you know. Thank you. The feedback's helpful. Alternate picking the minor shape. Oh yeah. Do you have any routine warm-up for chord changes? Oh, I do. Yeah, key. That's a good question. Yeah. We'll start working on that stuff. So what I'd recommend, Rock All, is if you have time to come back and keep asking that question over the next couple of days. We'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's our last day of the week, so maybe you can come back and join us tomorrow, Rock All. I'd love to have you back. Yeah, I would like to do, you know, take the chords and then just practice transitioning from one chord to the next. But each finger has to arrive at its destination on time. Okay. Kevin says, I've got to skip forward here. Have a great day, everybody, until tomorrow. And indeed, Kevin, wishing you all well. Fleet, beautiful version of Summertime of Marcus King and Billy Strings. Oh yeah, very cool. I live in the town where Billy grew up. Definitely worth watching, especially with his dad Terry. Oh, cool, very nice. I usually play this on the A minor cowboy chords with slide up to the triads. Gray, hey, Gray's back. Hey, how you doing? Fun key. Do you like jazz? I do. Sanjay, flamenco, yeah. You know, I aspire to be a jazz guitar player. My primary was in jazz and contemporary music, but, you know, there are some who, you know, I'm better than some and worse than others. Do you know what I mean? But I'm kind of right where I need to be. So I would consider myself an aspiring jazz guitar player. Lifelong venture, do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know, the kid at the local elementary school guitar a couple years ago. Great guy. Oh, cool. His uncle passed a couple years ago. He was an amazing banjo player, local talent. He's crazy in general. Yeah. Yep. That's kind of like, that's mostly what happens. Kind of just picking in the kitchen picking. Or the pole barn by the wood stove. Yep, that's right. Yep. No better way to play with friends and family. That's great. That's the way to do it. Willie Nelson managed to do it. Neil Young managed to do it. Nothing better than besides Campfire. Campfire is awesome. They rock. Thanks so much for the stream. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. Yeah, appreciate it. Have a good day. You might accidentally run into the full stack. You might accidentally run into a full stack and an old SG with a mic and drums, LOL. Fair enough. See you tomorrow, Kev. Take care, Kev. All right, we're getting ready to wrap. I'm coming to the end here. Sing Please Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Oh, hey, I have an Ed Sheeran video. So Stephen, there's an Ed Sheeran video on my channel here. If you want to go check it out, you can search it on my channel right here at Jason Carey Guitar. And really appreciate your request. And have a great day, everybody. Let's see, another great one in the books, Uncle Jim. Thanks for your time. Have a great day, everyone. Homesick, so I'm staying. Good day, Kevin. Oh, you're staying. You're sticking around, Mark. All right, so here's what, if you're playing guitar at all, if you have it in you to play guitar today, Mark, I would just work on Summertime. And then, we could do Summertime, just kind of that first chord, the Stairway to Heaven. And the living is easy. So we could use that descending line, and then da da da. Oh, we could use D minor 7 with C in the bass, and then D or B diminished, da 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 da, and then transition that to E, and then use that E, and then go up a half step to that flamenco style F. Da da da, open strings, da 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 da, da 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 da. You could use it also, there's this really cool like pluck, pull, pluck. And they use that A minor or Aeolian mode right there to kind of like have some fun with the day. But I really appreciate you all being here this morning, and thank you so much for your subscribe to the channel. And if you're just still hanging out and you haven't heard it yet, we're doing this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth, and I am out for today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 7:30. And I wish you, until we meet again, happy picking.